What is up, YouTube? Today, we're revisiting the best QCQ attachments and calibrations in Delta Force. The QCQ just got a solid buff in the March 20th update, and it's now a much more well-rounded weapon. The devs reduced both vertical and horizontal recoil, which means we no longer need to overinvest in control attachments. That opens up room for us to focus more on handling and stability, making the QCQ feel easier to control and quicker overall. The QCQ fires at 727 rounds per minute and deals 26 damage per shot, giving it a 248 millisecond time to kill at its optimal 23 meter range. That's a slight drop in rounds per minute compared to the default, but it only raises the time to kill by 12 milliseconds, and in return, we gain extra range and better control and stability. The magazine size is increased from 30 to 45 rounds, which is a big improvement, especially with the QCQ's decent fire rate. Muzzle velocity is also bumped from 400 to 419 meters per second, helping shots connect faster and letting us calibrate for better handling without sacrificing performance. Since the recoil was reduced by the buff, this build takes advantage of that. We don't need to stack control, so we're using that freedom to boost ADS speeds, ADS movement speed, and overall stability. The result is a fast, aggressive weapon that still feels comfortable to use even when you're stretching into longer range fights. With all of that said, let's get into the attachments. We have an empty QCQ, and we'll go from the front to the back, starting off with the barrel, where we put on the QCQ171 new type red tassel tactical long barrel. That is a long name. This is for the plus 3 meters in range, the really good amount of control that we're getting, and the bit of stability that we're getting off of this too. Handling is dropped, but we are going to fix that in a little bit. Next is the muzzle as usual, where we're actually going to go for the titanium contest muzzle brake. This reduces the vertical and horizontal recoil by an equal amount, while at the same time helping out your firing stability, so this is a really good addition. Next on the foregrip, we'll go for the Secret Order bevel foregrip. This is because most of the issue with this weapon is that big jerk that it does to the left and right, which you can fix pretty well with this attachment so that you can focus mostly on controlling the vertical recoil instead. So let's put it on. Then on the upper rail, I really like how the red laser light combo looks up here, so this is where I'm going to be putting it. The whole point of putting this on is so that whenever you have the laser on, you can reduce your ADS times by 50 milliseconds. Next on the magazine, we have to bump up the round count to 45, and it's our only option. It doesn't really hurt your stats too much, so we really like this attachment here. And as always, make sure to put on your mag assist for that extra +1 handling. Now for all three of these patches, we're going to be selecting the Ranger handguard panel. That is so that we can get a little bit of an extra boost on our weapon firing stability and our recoil control. Next on the bolt, we'll be choosing the new type stable bolt. This gives you a +2 meter increase to your range, so in total we have already increased it by +5, which can make a real difference when you're talking about an SMG, while at the same time increasing your firing weapon stability and your firing camera stability. This does lower our fire rate by a little bit, but it only drops our time to kill by 12 milliseconds, so I do think it's worth it. So let's put it on. Then on the optic, of course, it's all preference, but I do really enjoy the Cobra accuracy sight here because it is a little bit lifted, but you can put on whichever one you really want. I'm just going for this one today. Then on the rear grip, this is where we make up for the lack of handling by putting on the new type Vanguard light grip. This gives +7 handling, which is really good, and it only hurts our stability by a little bit, which we are going to fix with the stock. So let's put it on. And last but not least, on the stock, we're going for the good old skeleton sniper stock. This gives you even more handling and quite a bit of stability. This is really good, while only really hurting our control by a slight amount, and accuracy is really not that important. Until this is nerfed, this is probably the best stock in the game, so let's put it on. This is the full build, but before we do the calibration, I want to show you the detailed stats so that you can see how it'll change later on. First, the damage fall-off multiplier does not change with your calibration, but we have increased it by +5 on the first step, +10 on the second, 15 on the third, and so on. So this is going to be much more effective at longer ranges than it used to be in the past. Then our control is really good already. We're focusing a little bit more on horizontal recoil today because of that jagged edge. And of course, calibration is going to lower both of these, while at the same time helping out our handling here, which is already decent as we can see. Because we had the red laser on, this is really only 305 milliseconds of ADS time. And of course, we are going to be bumping up the ADS movement speed using calibration, so this is going to be a very well handling weapon. Lastly, for our stability, we already have a really good amount of stability, so we can afford to hurt a couple of things like the breath sway range, the current movement stability, things like that, because the calibration does not affect the current lens stability while firing, or the recoil reduction while holding breath, or the breath duration, which are the most important ones out of the screen here. Now that you know what is important, let's take a look at the calibration, beginning with the barrel, where we put the weight limit all the way down for the extra ADS movement speed to bump up the handling. It'll cost us some firing stability, but that's okay because we already had it at a really good number. And the range also goes down to the minimum so that we can get even more ADS speed. It'll cost us some muzzle velocity, but remember that we did increase the size of the barrel of the weapon, not only giving us range, but much more muzzle velocity. So even with the -9, we're still going to be above the default muzzle velocity. Next, on the foregrip, we're going to put the weight limit all the way up to the maximum here for the extra control, and the thickness all the way down to the minimum for the extra ADS movement speed. You can already imagine why these are pretty important, so let's move on to the rear grip, where we put the weight limit all the way to the maximum also for the extra control, and the thickness all the way down for the hipfire aim speed, which is really just your ADS speeds, it just doesn't say it. Then on the stock, we're putting the weight limit to the maximum also, and the cheek pad placement all the way down to the minimum for the extra control and ADS movement speed also. You might have seen a pattern where usually you want to put the weight up and the lower thing all the way down to the left. Last but not least, on the optic, the eye relief goes all the way down to be able to see more inside of your window optic. Now let's take a look at the finished detail stats after the calibrations, and as you can tell, the damage fall off multiplier does not change at all. But taking a look at the control, we can see that our recoil pattern is much better than it used to be, especially that crazy jagged edge here that you see. It feels much better to control. Now you can really just focus on the vertical, and the vertical is not that high anyways. Then for the handling, you can see that we have decreased the amount of time that it takes to aim down sight to a really good number, because if you subtract 50 milliseconds from this, you're getting to 290 milliseconds of ADS times. Just really good. That's great for an SMG. While at the same time, our current ADS movement speed is quite high so that you can actually strafe and dodge those bullets. Then for our stability, you can see what I meant by the only things that are going to be changing here are the current movement stability and the breath sway range. They are still lower than the default, which is really nice, and we did not hurt the breath holding duration or the recoil reduction that holding breath provides, while at the same time keeping your really good lens stability while firing. This is going to make it super easy to see your target and stay on target. Now that you know the stats and we have dialed in our attachments and calibration, let's hop into the firing range to see how it handles. I'm going to take my mouse completely off the mouse pad here so that you can see exactly how it handles without me interfering. You can see it's really not too bad. It does a little jagged here and then just goes up and left. So to control that, you of course want to do the opposite, so I'm gonna try to just put everything inside of this little dot here to the best of my ability, right around that area. Let's try that one more time. I believe I can do better. It's right there. Keep it right on that dot. And that's without holding breath. If I hold my breath, everything becomes a lot simpler. As you can tell, I'm having a much easier time keeping everything on this little area. Of course, this is an SMG, so you don't actually really want it to be perfect, because you mostly care about your handling, since you're going to be going for those very short range battles mostly. The QCQ was already really good in my opinion, and now it's even better due to the recoil buffs. I think it could actually be an S tier weapon now. And now that you have the build locked in, let's jump into a fast-paced knife edge game to see the setup in action. Enjoy! We're in knife edge today, defending, which is actually a good spot to be. I see you. Haha! He wasn't expecting that, was he? We got the brand new buffed QCQ. And of course, we're playing Toxic, who is my favorite support. It's because of her adrenaline ability. There's not that many players right now yet. Should be joining in soon. I do wish the matches would wait just a little bit longer to have a couple more players before they begin. Maybe 12v12 before you actually begin a match. I know there's one right behind this rock. Yep. There's too many of them. I'm gonna die here. He's gonna push me. Wait, or not? Hold on. I got him. No idea how I'm alive right now. Oh, hello. As you saw there, he wasn't really that far, but we didn't have to lead him that much, because our muzzle velocity is actually pretty decent. It's a little bit better than default, which is good. See you. Oh, not anymore. That's so awkward. That was the most interesting way. I know you're here. Yes! Got him, got him, got him, got him. Good. That guy does not like me. Oh, hello! That's the scariest thing I've ever seen. Oh my god. Why was there another guy? Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Sneaky. Oh, he does know! How did he know? How did he know? What? That's crazy. Okay, I gotta... Did that hit him? Apparently not. I gotta run away. I'm alive. I don't know how I'm surviving any of these fights right now. It's just not gonna jump down. I got scared. You too. You only got 45 rounds, so you are gonna see me reloading a lot here. It doesn't have that fast of a... finally, I'm dead. But as I was saying, the QCQ doesn't really have that fast of a fire rate. Let me pick up my teammate here before I do anything else. Even use some of this, you know, heal you up. I got you, teammate. That's what I'm here for. I'm a support. I'm supporting you. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to kill him there. I gotta jump down. That's crazy. That's crazy if he gets me. Yep. Oh, that was someone else. That makes a lot more sense. Stick around this area for a second. I am gonna die if I don't move. Oh, I see him. Crazy, crazy, crazy people. These guys are actually kind of good, which is wild. I gotta run. I just saw an ATV coming this way. Heal you up. I got you. Are they up there? Is that where they're shooting at us from? I don't actually know. Yeah, they are. But guess what? QCQ can do that. I just need to see where he's at. Yeah, you're gonna see me reloading a lot, but the QCQ doesn't really have a crazy fire rate. It's good. What it does have is actually decent damage, which gives it a time to kill. Come on. Oh, another one. Okay, let's get behind this tree. This is a crazy battle. I feel like I'm playing operations right now. I can pick you up. Oh, never mind. He gave up. Oh, that's not nice. Are they gonna run through? Now I'm scared. No! What the hell? What was this guy doing behind me? Well, anyways, now... Oh... My goodness. Anyways, before I was really interrupted there, I was gonna say that because the QCQ does 26 damage, and the fire rate is pretty alright. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. You do have a pretty good time to kill, honestly. It's one of the better time to kills of any weapon in the game. I wanna see if I can get my teammate. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be an interesting spot. Hold on. Let's go up here for a second. Put some numbers to it. The time to kill is actually 700. Sorry, 700. That's a lot. 248 milliseconds. And that's, of course, with the stable bolt. If you use the other bolts, you do decrease it by around 12 milliseconds without a bolt. And then if you put the rapid fire bolt, I believe it decreases the time to kill by even more. Like another 12 milliseconds. It's alright, but I don't really think it's worth it. Oh, that's where y'all were, huh? I was curious, I was wondering, is there another one in here? Not that I can tell. Wait, someone... Oh, that's a teammate. I saw a laser, I got so scared. Oh, hello. Oh, that scared me. I'm alive somehow, though. Heal up, heal up. No, yours there. Yeah, this is bad. We're in a really bad spot, guys. We got this, though. We got this. Don't you worry, team. We will do this. Heal you up. Need some more backup. No. No! That is evil. Burnt us. So in short, I don't actually think that putting on or taking off the bolt is good at all. Just because you get such a huge decrease in recoil and stability. And of course you get -2 range compared to the stable bolt. Now all those things I don't really think are worth an extra... Like, just a slight amount of help on the time to kill. Teammates should be able to... Yes, thank you. Nobody else around here? Oh, yeah, there is. There's so many of them, actually. But I can challenge them with this gun. I got you, teammate. Don't you worry. Use this, too. Get my other teammate, too. Don't you worry. I got you all. Look at this range here. Let me show you this. Oh, they ran. I think one shot more would have done it. Maybe one or two. It would have given me just a little bit longer. Could have definitely gotten him pretty easily. Let's just come around. Hopefully there's nobody to my left. It's all that I'm counting on right now. Because I can definitely get these guys. As long as I don't get shot from the other side. Oh, she almost got me. That was good. She was juking me. Surprised that I was able to find her. Yes! QCQ is so good. Oh my goodness. Did you just see what I just did there? This is crazy. I think that's the whole left side cleared. I don't really see anybody else around here. I believe so. And the muzzle velocity on this thing is also really good for an SMG, so it just overall is a really good weapon. This buff, March 20th, I do think made this weapon pretty much just an S tier weapon now. And it's crazy to say that so many SMGs are actually that high up there on the tier list. I'm definitely gonna make a tier list soon. Let's go all the way around for a second here, use my adrenaline. This should be a good setup for me. Could be a good amount of people to get around here. Nobody else? Okay. Now I should be behind him. Oh, as long as that guy doesn't kill me, I'm good. Good. Okay, wait up. I don't want to show my laser, so I'm aiming here. Oh, okay, good. Yes, I'm in such a good spot. They had no idea that I was here. One more shot? Okay, they're not appearing again. I'm in a bad spot now. Everybody knows I'm here. We're defending way too well on the A point. Hello. No one here. We're good to go. I like being around this area. Nobody ever expects you here. At some point, I'm sure they'll capture this. Because they're actually pretty decent, these guys. Doing alright. We're just better. Oh man. Reviving them. Yes. Got them. Always kill the medic when they're doing their medic duties. I don't care what the UN says. What? How is she getting up? What? Did you just... How did she walk up the... I don't know. I don't know what just happened. Spawned on my teammate that was all the way around them. Really nice. This is gonna give me quite the vantage point. Look at this. The recoil is so easy to handle. That's what I'm glad that they had that buff. They basically just decreased the vertical and horizontal recoil. So now you can actually spend those points elsewhere. Instead of having to worry so much about the recoil, you can just get more handling and stability. This is so nice. Defended that first area really well. Very happy with my team right now. Nobody here to the right. See you. Gonna be head glitching, isn't he? Oh no. Hold on. How far was that sniper? What do you think? Way too far. Wait, they're on B2 already? What are we doing? Oh no, let's go. Let me go all the way here on the top. Now that I know this map, I actually know where to go, which is nice. Get up here for a second. See you. Whoa, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. What the? Wait. Who else was shooting at me? Where was that from? Dare you to come. Oh, it was you, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Look at how easy that was to control. I could only see a sliver of that person's... What? What is happening right now? And how am I alive? Never mind. That was the most awkward fight. Dude, there's so many of them there. They see me. They know I'm here. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, that I almost killed myself by going that way. They're gonna throw a grenade in here. I have a feeling. No way that's an enemy. He killed 2 people before I realized that there was someone there. I saw him on the minimap, but it was so late. Oh, hello. That was crazy. Okay, hold on. I gotta back up. I gotta get behind some real cover. Yep, here we go. This is good cover. This is really good cover right now. I got him. I knew where he was gonna be. Oh, as long as I kill him, I'm good. Yes. I'm going through. I'm doing it. Hold on, let me reload. I don't want to be reloading in the middle of a fight. Anybody else here? What? Not gonna lie, I kind of thought there would be like 50 people here. Let's wait for the one that shot me from the back. Let's wait for him. This guy. I don't know if it was him actually, but... Yes. Anyone else up here? Doesn't look like it. Teammates have control of that. Got quite a bit of points already. Got 19k points. Oh, what? How are you behind? Thank you, teammate. Oh my god, I freaked out. Okay, I found him. I was wondering where the guy upstairs was. No, behind me. I'm gonna die. Maybe I'm not. He doesn't know. I didn't think he would push me. That was a really good push. Whoa, what was this spawn? Talk about unexpected. That was good. That was a great jump. Hello. I'm kind of hoping that they do get B2. Benefits all the way at the end, so that we have a little bit more time using the QCQ. I really like using this thing. Wow, he was already aiming down. He knew. Just heal up fully, and then we get back out there. Hello. I was not expecting her to be jumping there. See, that's what I was looking for. There's always a guy up there for some reason. You'll never know. But there's a guy right here. Any more? Of course there's more. There's always more. Got a guided missile. Probably somebody behind me too, so let's just get behind these boxes. I see you. Ooh, that was crazy. Another one gonna get it? No, I don't think so, right? I gotta move. He saw me. Only 23 tickets. Maybe I stopped killing them so we can actually capture something. Heal up. No. I thought it was only one. Oh wait, that was from the top. Never mind. Where can I put this guided missile? Let's just put it right around there. I'm gonna mark it. I want to definitely use this guided missile before the game ends. I'm gonna mark it and put it right here. Let's see if that does anything. Oh no, I think the game is gonna end soon. I hope it hits. I hope it hits. No, no. Oh well, it's still a win. We did really well. That was an intense game. I feel like everyone overall was good this match. So it might have not been the highest kill game ever, but we definitely did great here with 67 kills, 13 deaths only. The QCQ is definitely an S tier weapon for me, but let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this revised QCQ build. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. I will out.